Hey, what's up YouTube? steamtowngamer here, and I'm back. This time I'm rocking Dishonored on the PlayStation 3. Now this is the first game. There is a sequel out now. This is a steampunk game. There aren't that many steampunk games and I love them all. We're just going to get ahead and straight into it. Now this is a strategy stealth game sort of thing. You've got to be very, you've got to stick to your timing, you've got to stay quiet, stay hidden, and there are multiple endings to this game, which is really cool as well. Let's see, adjust the brightness so you can barely see the darkest symbol. I'm going to go with it there. Great Hanu. Yes, so I have finished this game. I'm starting a new one. Simple as that. Now, there is a sequel to this game, which has, of course, been out. It's been out for a while now. I recently bought it, and I haven't played it yet because I'm still playing a couple other games as I'm doing this. And I really want to refresh my mind about the lore and the universe that is Dishonored before I rock Dishonored 2.
Corvo, if only there was someone else I trusted to send, so that you could remain near.
The Queen
but there is no one else. And the Spy Master was right to insist
not trusting. I'd say that's the best word I can say. She's not very trusting of her recent guards.
The plague has taken so many, and we must
staff,
find a
they
cure.
seem to be working against her. She doesn't know who to trust. The only one she can trust is you. Basically, there's this plague going through her
Emily and I will count
kingdom.
the days until you return. Hurry home and bring good news.
Yeah, basically there's this plague going through the kingdom, and she sent her most trusted ally off to go to these foreign lands where there are other versions of this plague and the hopes of finding a cure. She comes back empty-handed. Like, there's no cure for it. Really, it's just quarantine anyone who's infected.
Take us straight to Dunwall Tower. Lord Corvo has news for the Empress, and we've come a long way.
A long way to bring bad news. The sailors say there's a curse on us. Black magic.
Superstition.
So they don't really mention it until later on in the game, but the Queen and you basically had a little something onto the side. Now, I don't know who the father of the daughter is, but it's probably not you, but you're definitely, you know, in love with the Queen, and she is in love with you. Yeah, so she's untrusting of her staff at the moment. She doesn't know who to, well, trust. Simple as that. And for good reason too. Some of her staff are conspiring against her. It's this whole big plot behind it. You know, I'm not going to give away any details, but the thing is, you get blamed for it. And when the Queen dies, which will happen very shortly, a new government sort of emerges where the general takes over, and he's implementing a lot of protocols and procedures that people don't like. Here I go. I've never done this before. I just got bored and jumped straight into it. I just felt like it, I guess. This is pretty deep. Oh crap, I'm about to die. I'm about to die, I'm about to die. You know, I kind of was hoping that there would be... Oh ho ho ho! Really hoping there was like an Easter egg or something down there, maybe.
Corvo, she's waiting. You should go see the Empress.
The Empress. I shouldn't say Queen, the Empress. She is very attractive, by the way. So this is her palace. Everything seems to be going well. This is Emily, who is the daughter.
Please, were there any whales? Wait, let's play hide and seek first. I'll cover my eyes and you hide. Do you have time? Mother's busy talking to that nasty old spy master.
Okay, go on.
Okay, here we go.
So we're going to play hide and seek with her a little. I know it's boring. I know you don't really want to see it.
When you were gone, Mother seemed very sad. I think she missed you.
She's the Empress, and she's just wandering around without really any kind of supervision. That's kind of weird.
Let's see if you're still good at this. I'll hide my eyes and count, and at the end of the countdown, I'll try and find you. Okay, I'm going to count to 10. Find a place to hide.
So we have to hide from her. Obviously, we're just going to go and hide here.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here I come.
By holding triangle and using the left stick, you can lean around corners. Okay, simple as that.
I'll find you.
She'll either give up shortly or find me. I don't know which one it is.
Let's see about here. See you. Did you really think you could hide there? Let's play one last time, please, Corvo.
No, we're not going to play anymore.
All right then. Let's go see Mother.
So she has a massive kingdom, and a plague started. Now it started in the, let's say, the poorer sections, the slums, if you will. Then there wasn't much to the slums, but it just recently turned to shit. And then it spread from the slums into the general population, and now a lot of the city's just simply under quarantine. This is the main city. Of course, she probably has a kingdom. The fuck do I get back up there? To go all the way back. I probably should have watched Emily. Oh, there she is there. No, that's not her.
Stop moving, Campbell. And you, Corvo, welcome back. From wherever you
Corvo,
They
that's
sent
me.
all around the Isles to beg for aid. A waste of time. My elixir will banish the plague from this city. Now keep still a moment, High Overseer Campbell.
So this guy here, he's working on the cure. I mean, right now he's painting the general because he basically works for the general. He's not a bad guy. He's just, you know, he's a genius, and he's working on the elixir to cure the plague.
What are you doing? I need the bottle to draw the eye away from Campbell. I suppose I can paint him without the cider. Though in truth, he is always close to the stuff. Corvo, please. I can't see him.
We'll go see the Queen.
She'll see you at once.
There she is.
They're sick people, not criminals.
We've gone beyond that question, Your Majesty.
They're my citizens, and we will save them from the plague if we can. All of them.
Very well.
We will not speak of this again.
Mother, Corvo.
So like her, shit, sorry.
Leave us, please.
As you wish, Your Majesty.
So her side people, her yes men, are saying, you know, quarantine the city, isolate people.
2 days early. Full of surprises, as usual.
Corvo, 2 days early. They're pissed because he showed up early, 2 days early.
Follow me,
Anyway,
Campbell. We should leave them.
yeah, her staff are just saying, well, I wouldn't say her staff, I'd say like her generals and one of her advisors are saying, you know, cut off the slums, isolate them, and she's saying, no, these are people, and they're my people, blah, blah, blah.
It's a fair wind that brings you home to me. What news have you brought? thought one of the other cities had dealt with this before. Knew of some cure. This news is very bad. We're at the breaking point. Cowards. They're going to blockade us. They'll wait to see if the plague turns the city into a graveyard.
Are you okay, Mother? You seem sad.
Yes, don't worry, darling. Mother is fine. Wait, where are the guards? Who sent them away?
Mother, look! What are they doing on the rooftop?
What? Emily, come here!
Press R1 to attack with your right hand. Okay.
Emily, get behind me! Look out! Another one! Corvo, thank you. If you hadn't been here... No more! Not again! Mommy! No! Get away from her! Corvo! Mommy! Get away!
Now, I'm not too sure how they're using the stealth systems yet. I forget all of that.
It's all coming apart. Find Emily. Protect her. You're the only one who'll know what to do. Won't you? Corvo.
Lord us all, look at what he's done.
Yes, he's killed the Empress. What did you do with young Lady Emily, traitor?
Her own bodyguard. Ironic.
I'll see you beheaded for this, Corvo. Peg him.
So as you just saw, Corvo got the blame. He will eventually get powers and abilities as well. I honestly don't know how the others are turning invisible as well. I think they might be, they might have obtained them the same way I will. I'm just not sure.
This is your final chance, Corvo. Sign the confession and let me give you the rights to put your spirit at ease.
That's enough for now. Get out. Let's give the man some time to think. The Empress is dead. Her daughter Emily is hidden away, and no one will ever know the truth.
Yes, unlucky you. Tomorrow you'll be executed, but it's for a good cause. This country needs strong leadership now, someone to guide the weak. And that's where we come in.
There was nothing personal in this, even though you almost sank our plans. But it turned out well. You were in the wrong place at the right time, and someone has to take the fall. Goodbye, Corvo. Guards! Take him back to his cell.
You should eat, Corvo. This meal comes from a friend.
So that's pretty fucked up. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and start the game, really. Oh, that's the toilet. Oh, that's so gross. A square toilet? Fuck that shit. What is this? Bread. Corvo, who are we in arrogant right just to know that we have faith in you? Here is the key to your cell. Once you are out, head for the prison's interrogation room. Take the explosives. Now, I don't know how long he's been gone for, but I believe it's some time, a few months at least. I'd say at least 3 months, maybe. During this time, they've established some rules. Look, they've even built like, oh shit, this is a prison, so it doesn't really count. But they've built a lot. They've made a lot of changes to the city, at the very least. A lot of very strict changes. They have not been able to cure it. It's been spreading. People are dying left and right. They're basically filling up entire storage facilities with bodies. And they have no idea what the fuck to do. They're fucked up. And they're the ones who started the virus as well, the plague as well. Those two released it to kill off the homeless people, but they didn't think it would spread. And that is what happened. And the whole idea was people would be scared and unsure, which would allow them to take over once the Empress is dead. But they haven't been able to fix their mistake.
Curse those rich milk bloods for putting me here.
Attention. The solitary wing is to maintenance unless accompanied by an officer of the law. Entry to the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance with 1 week's notice.
Man, everyone here is ugly. So crime has also spread like a wildfire because people are scared and disorientated. Dead. Okay, finally. Yard. Oh, straight in the neck. Yard walkway key needed. Okay. Oh, look. Okay. Open. Simple as that. So the city is just in ruins. People are dying. They're fucked up. Look, they've even probably changed those banners. I think that old dude, he wants to actually marry Emily when she gets older because they've hidden away the girl. And the whole idea is that he would raise her to be his wife, essentially. He wants to raise her in like 10 years or something like that, then marry her, making him the rightful ruler of the city. I think. This is where I just was. As you can remember, the hot coals and shit. So they were just literally standing right here as they were torturing me. Look at the crappy things they've made. Portraits. They're taking over. People want their beloved queen back. Explosives. Empty bottle. You can throw the empty bottle, I believe, and it makes a noise, which distracts them and allows you to get through. Oh crap, I thought that guy was facing the other way. Ugh. Oh shit, did I cut it? I cut his head off. I cut his head off. Damn, that's gruesome. Oh man, I did not expect to do that. Same again in the neck. This game is far more gruesome than I remember. So once we eventually reach Emily, and we keep her at our little resistance yard, there are things that we can do. Basically, if we kill more people than what we have to, she will become a very tyrant ruler with an iron fist, basically surrounding herself with allowing, unset ruling behavior, criminal organizations. It's difficult to explain. You could probably just look these up, but I got that bad ending. I got the shitty ending where I wouldn't say shitty, but it's just like she surrounds herself with horrible people and she becomes a horrible person, a corrupted ruler in many ways. But if you try to save at least most of the people, like just stealth, knock them out, not actually kill them, then she will become a good ruler like her mum. And there's one where you simply don't save her at all. You fail to save her at the end of the game, and she dies, and that is the end of the game, really. She dies, and no one else takes her place, so the city just falls into chaos. Oh, they raised the bridge to quick. Alright, jump. There seems to be a current. Reach the sewer. Yeah. Health-wise, I'm not doing great. Look, places are falling apart. This is basically what the whole city is like, because it's just been... The shit has hit the fan. I mean, for so long. There's no jobs, no money, people are dying. Oops, sorry. Wasn't paying attention there. Dunwall sewers. So we're supposed to meet up with this resistance group where people know that he was framed. People know exactly what happened. And Corvo, if you're reading this, that means that our plan worked and you have broken free from the Cold Ridge. One of our contacts has hidden the weapons for you somewhere deeper in the sewers. Grab the gear and find Samuel. There, these tunnels will dump you out into the river. He will bring you to us, a friend who will meet you soon. Holy shit, look at all these. Rats. Pretty sure they're getting, they're spreading through rats, just like the real plague that actually happened. Although it was the fleas on rats that spread it, not the rats. Tin of crochetti. Something. I didn't read it. Holy shit. Looks like the plague is making the whoa. The rats super feral. I wonder if they'll get ripped apart even more. Damn. Look at them. Look at them. That's crazy. Oh. They're gone. Holy shit. That's got to be a direct result from the plague. I know that it does cause violent behaviors in those who are infected, so that's probably the case with the rats. Oh shit. You had to distract him with the corpse. I took a bit of damage there. Another corpse. Once again, we haven't even made it outside yet to show you just how bad things are. Fuck these rats.
Yeah, screw that. That's too far.
We obviously have to turn the wheel. So I'm guessing we have to dump a body down there.
Either way, let's just dump them down there. No rats.
And while they're eating that corpse, we can go through here.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. The assassin Corvo, responsible for the murder
You know, I've never seen like rats be so hostile to openly attack. They usually just take off as soon as you enter a room or something. I've never seen them go out like that. And a lot of people are just trying to take shelter because there's, you know, severe tyranny on the surface. And I didn't even know I could climb this thing. I mean, the tyranny on the surface, the guards just don't give a shit anymore. No one will keep us from death. Crime. It's hard to actually say if you're safer, you know, hiding in the sewers than you are on the surface. I mean, that's just how bad things are. Oh crap. Died. Loot. To the Lord Projector. Greetings, Corvo, or should I say Lord Protector, as you were known as that title wrongfully taken from you. There are Soviets of the Empire, the True Empress, a group of loyalists who want very much to meet you. Take these specialized crafted weapons. That's a tiny little crossbow. Oh, that's like a switch sword, not a switch blade, but a switch sword. That's pretty cool. Empty bottle. Throw. That looks like a trap. And it was. And I triggered it, but I didn't die. Jelly. In case you're too draft to remember, look at your whiskey for the answer. Whiskey, got it. If you want your share, you'll sort it out. If not, come back for the next month. Tin of combination required. Did these fall from somewhere, or is this like an office? Check the whiskey. Obviously we have to find a whiskey bottle or something. I just had a bottle and I threw it, so projectile launcher. That's what we got hit with. Obviously to get into that safe we have to read the whiskey bottle, which I fucking threw. Oh, there we are. We go over here.
We won't get past me.
What is this? This looks like a...
You know who we're hunting here? Don't try to take them out alone. But what if no one from the squad is around? Then try to make a lot of noise when you're done. Knock something over.
Almost like a cab.
Bastard.
That might be like an actual cab.
Smells like a dead leaper in here.
We haven't even made it out to the surface yet, but this is still pretty fun. By the way, this arrow thing, absolutely shit. Oh my god, you can't fight. It doesn't hurt them. And I'm out. I could have just swam. I should have just swam for it. Nope, nothing. Come on, nearly there. I'm so close now, I can taste it. Look at that, we did technically make it outside again. Those are the body bags. And look, they're just so overflown and there's no point even categorizing them anymore. They're just dumping them on the streets. That is how bad it is. And this is just not even the tip of the iceberg. It's just nothing compared to what we're going to see. We're going to see entire, like, warehouses and shit.
Over here. Quickly, I'm a friend. I'm Samuel. And I work for some good people who want very much to meet you. They said you'd come out here. I can still hardly believe it. I'll take you to meet them. Just down the river from here.
Okay, let's go. I nearly accidentally just hit replay mission. That would have been bad. Ooh, the pub pits bar.
This is the Hound Pits pub, closed for business.
Oh, sorry, the Hound's Pits pub.
Dead from the plague. We're right under the Lord Regent's nose, and he don't know a thing.
So they've marked at least half this district off as dead.
Of course, if anyone finds out what we're up to, the Watch will break in with swords drawn. And now that you've escaped, the Lord Regent's going to be tearing the city apart.
Now, I don't know how long he's been gone for, but based on the deterioration, it's been some time.
The Admiral's a man to be reckoned with. If anyone can help you find that missing girl, Lady Emily, and clear your name, he can.
And then we still haven't found Emily. We don't know where she is yet. I think that they've locked her away in a brothel, if I recall. And no, it's not what you think. They've like locked her in like the offices of a brothel, hidden somewhere in the facility where the guards, like the higher ranked guards, get, you know, owned. Basically, it's owned by that head dude, and his soldiers get free or at least discounted pleasures.
We can continue this later, Lord Pendleton. The man of the hour is here. Corvo, I'm Admiral Havelock. A true servant of the Empire, like you. Until the Lord Regent purged those of us who wouldn't recognize his claim on the throne.
And I'm Lord Trevor Pendleton.
I represent the nobility in our little group, but we all act as equals here at the Hound Pits pub.
This is a momentous occasion, Corvo. I'm going to come out with it. We've been building a coalition of loyalists, aimed at ending the Lord Regent's tyranny and restoring the throne.
At risk of execution, we're committed to finding young Lady Emily and seeing her crowned as Empress.
We've got big plans, but we can't do any of it without you. We need your skills, your ability in a fight, and in helping us, we're going to help you destroy the men who murdered the Empress.
Sorry, you must be exhausted. We can discuss this further after you've recovered. But before you retire, you should introduce yourself to Piero. He's challenging at times, but his industrious mind buys him that right.
Yes, Piero's as much an artist as a technician. He's going to be crafting the gear you'll need. Go talk to him, and then get some sleep. We can talk more when you've rested.
Okay, so now we're going to go talk to this guy. Now, he is a genius, and if you play things right and get the right, do the right things, he will work with that other guy that we just saw who was, painting that guy, and they will work together on finding a cure, which they will be successful. But here he is here.
Crafting your weapons and gear, all custom work. For you, I will create the tools of the master assassin.
And of course, he's making the.
This cannot happen now. The tank of whale oil is on. Will you get a new tank from upstairs, please, while I hold this in place? Be careful. Oil's unstable. When it explodes, there is a terrible mess.
He's literally working on the mask that we are going to wear.
That one is empty.
So that no one can see our true identities. That's a secret. Oil tank refill pump. Connect empty tank. That oil comes from this weird whale-like creature. It's really messed up and kind of interesting to be honest. Just like whale oil used to work back in the day for kerosene lamps. This is basically the same thing, but significantly more powerful if it could run a drill.
Perfect. Thank you, Cole. Here, see? The assassin's mask. You're a wanted man, so everyone in the city knows your face. But this mask, terror to them. You just hold still. Fit must be precise. There. Can you see normally? Send the lens out of the line. There. Better now? I could create more for you. Upgrades for your gear, weapons, munitions. But our situation here is desperate. Scavenge the city for valuables, and I will resell them on the black market. That should give us the money to craft the things you need. Tell me what I can make.
Yes, let's have a look. We're going to see what he can make for us. Of course, it costs money. Sleeping bolt. Now, spending slightly more on the sleeping bolts will, of course, knock them out, and thus getting you a better chance at getting the better ending. Or at least that's completely up to you if you get the better ending. But to knock out as many people as possible is the without, drawing blood is the best option.
I advise that you get some sleep. Your life will get even more difficult soon. You should rest while you can.
Basically, as the game progresses, Emily will start to sort of change based on your actions. If you are going to be a total prick and kill everyone you see, she'll start to turn kind of nasty, and not towards you. She loves you to the end of the days, but to others around her, and that will sort of reflect on her.
Sleep well.
But if you're good, she is good to others. She must be going through a lot. I mean, to lose her mother and then just get kidnapped, doesn't really know what's going on. It's just a horrible situation. Oh, sorry, somewhere else. No, we haven't really even gotten to the streets. We haven't gotten to the streets at all now that I think about it, so I can't really show you just how bad things are yet. I'd love to just walk around and show you just how bad things are. I mean, they are completely fucked up. It's just crazy. Oh, this is his dream. This is where he's going to be bestowed a sort of power. This is some weird world.
Hello, Corvo. Your life has taken a turn, has it not? The Empress is dead. Her precious daughter Emily is lost somewhere in the city, and you will play a pivotal role in the days to come. For this, I have chosen you and drawn you into the void. I am the outsider, and this is my mark. There are forces in the world and beyond the world, great forces that we call magic. And now, these forces will serve your will. Use this newfound power, my gift to you. Come find me.
So the game has really opened up now. It's completely like changed as well, changed direction to, you know, magic. Basically, there's this whole other world and people have special abilities. As you recall from the start of the game where the Empress got killed, the assassins were, you know, using this exact power. Now, I don't know how they managed to get hold of this power. Oh, that's probably how they did it. I mean, well, it's exactly how they did it, but how they managed to get hold of this power is unclear. Perhaps that guy simply gave it to him. You cannot save her. You cannot save her. You cannot save her. You cannot save her. Yeah, it just says you cannot save her. This is pretty fun. So that's the same guy there. Emily's letter. Corvo, I am very sad. They say that you are dead like mother, but I'm going to put this note in a bottle and throw it into the river because I don't believe them. Living here is very strange. I don't like it. So please come for me if you can. See, that's the whale oil, which is what we've used before. Yes, this is the brothel, I believe. And that's one of the prostitutes, maybe? Oh, not far enough, it seems. Not far enough indeed. Look, that's the big-ass whale. It's an unknown species. They obviously didn't use a known species of whale, but they used a whale. And I died again. Let's try it again, shall we? So he's going over everything. Oh, yeah, these giant leg things. They're a really cool invention, but that guy who was painting made a whole series of, you know, really weird inventions to sort of contain things. He's not a bad guy. He's just trying to help. And these stilt things, these electronic stilt things, they're kind of rare. Only the most elite guards get them or something. Many guards want to get a hold of them. Basically, it allows them to patrol highly infected areas without touching the infected. As you can see here, at least one of these guys is infected. The big guy here, he must be infected, and you see his coffin there. And they don't want him to leave, so they've executed him. Viva be this little shiny bolt. That's what's happening here. So these guys will walk through the warehouses and shit, where it's just bodies upon bodies and staying on stilts so they don't get infected themselves. It's pretty cool, but also pretty fucked up. Proceeding now, let's see what we've got. I love this whole dream sequence. We'll actually have a few of these dreams as well as we get new abilities. How long ago did I get this game? I think it was... Damn, I think this game was... I got it as soon as it came out because it's got the original price tag on it, which is $79. So that's when it first came out.
Your trials will be great, Corvo. Seek the ancient ruins bearing my mark in the lonely places of the world. It shines. These runes will grant you powers beyond those of other men. To help you
Why am I repeating this?
Runes, I give you this, the heart of a living thing, molded by my hands. With this heart, you will hear many secrets, and it will guide you toward my runes, no matter how they may be hidden.
It literally beats.
And find another rune.
I have a feeling. Look how weird that heart is. It's so weird. I have a very strange feeling that that heart was the Empress's, because it actually speaks to you, and I don't know, I can't really remember her voice, but it's definitely female. I think it's the Queen.
This place is the end of all things, and the beginning.
That's a tower of sorts. We could go down there. I'm pretty sure we're supposed to go down here. Take a little bit of look around, nothing. Oh, for a sec there, I thought I was just kept falling and falling and falling. Wow.
All of time is meaningless here. Neither second, nor centuries. Someday, this will devour all the lights in the sky.
Oh, and I died. Fuck you, Ruin. Gotta be it here. The hell is it? Oh, it's an upgrade station. Dark vision. R1 allows you to see in the dark and reveal living things through solid objects. It's basically heat vision.
How you use falls upon you, as it has to the others before you. Now I return you to your world, but know that I will be watching with great interest.
Maybe he's mad and gave both sides powers so we could really see what's going on, just to see what would happen. continue. So this is his room. Emily's, I think, is this room here. That's not a room. She's close by, if I recall.
Should I clear space for Samuel then?
If you like, but he won't use it.
Why?
He can't sleep in regular beds anymore, or that's what he says. Says he was in the Navy
So
too long.
Lila here, she's got to be like taking care of Emily when we eventually get
I had
her.
a sailor for a boyfriend once. He thought he'd strike gold digging in the Pandician cliffs. They found his ship drifting empty. You know, I tried to attend services with the overseers for a while. They've just gotten more and more, I don't know, rabid about the 7 strictures and witchcraft and all that nonsense.
Attention Dunwall citizens. Do not attempt to house or care for a friend or family member who shows signs of blood on their face and chest area. The only way to help them is to bring them to the City Watch. They will be taken to the flooded district for treatment.
All right.
Lord Pendleton Memoirs, Chapter 27. In my 13th year, the despised stepmother at last departed, and Pendleton Hall was again quiet, although father had by then sunk into deep depression.
Here we go, finally. Finally made it out. I know this game is proceeding a lot slower than what I had originally anticipated.
First off, I know that assassination is dark business, but sometimes good men have to do bad things to make the world right. Our purpose is clear. We want to restore Her Majesty's line by finding and putting Emily Caldwin on the throne. To those ends, we'll hide, act in shadow, take them apart, piece by piece. Tonight, High Overseer Campbell dies by your hand. It won't be easy. He's protected by his overseers, an army of religious zealots. But if anyone can do it, you can. Your exploits are legendary. Campbell carries a private journal. Once you've eliminated him, get the journal, because we think it contains Emily's location. Recovering her is obviously critical, assuming she's alive. That's the gist of it. Remember our cause and strike true. We're counting on you. Another thing. Campbell is holding a former overseer by the name of Martin. He's one of us. If you manage to find him, give him whatever help you can.
Okay, so we're going to go do the first mission. We're basically just going to start the mission. We're not going to finish it because this is stretching out for much longer than what it should. Her again.
Corvo. Hello. I'm Callista. I work here for Admiral Havelock. I'm sorry to intrude on your
Okay,
business,
it's not
but this
her.
is important. I suspect you're going to kill the High Overseer. That wretched man. There's really no reason for you to listen to me. But my uncle, Jeff Kernow, still serves as captain in the City Watch. But he's a good man, and my only family. The chatter in servant circles is that Campbell just took delivery of an exotic poison. And I think I know why. My uncle's not corruptible like the rest of them. Campbell is going to poison my uncle. Do you think you could protect him? You used to do that, right? Before you had your current profession. Before you became an assassin.
So basically, her uncle works for the general, and her general is like not. The general is not liking him. He disagrees a lot. Anyway, it's just we've got to stop him from poisoning the uncle
When you want to sit
over
down.
there.
Just wondering. Ready to go? Just give the signal.
All right, let's roll. Continuing on. Okay. Distillery District.
Rough trip. Used to be to go straight up Clavering Boulevard, but now it's not so easy. Half the city's dead of the plague. The other half's fighting over what's left. City Watch still holds the bigger streets, and they've set up those wall of light checkpoints. Man walks through one of those, and he ends up burned to a crisp. Everything not controlled by the City Watch is gang territory. There are the real odd birds living on the fringes like that Granny Rags. They say she's nuts.
So a lot of people have gone crazy. A lot of gangs have showed up as well, which is going to be a problem for us. Just try and survive, really. That must be his fire. Wall of Light. I'm going to show the Wall of Light. Now, there have been some serious changes, I guess. Some serious inventions that have been going on as well. A lot of this isn't canon in regards to what we're doing. We still got to make a few nice decisions, and then Emily should turn out non-corrupted, as long as we... We have to shut down the Wall of Light. And we died. So I'm going to make this the end of the episode. I did like returning to it. It dragged on a bit longer than what I had originally thought. I do apologize for that. But it's still a good game. If you want to see me play the second one or keep playing this one, just write in the comments and I'll keep playing it. Alright, YouTube, you know what to do. Catch you later.